Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo soy Rush Perez, introducing Dr. Injackery Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Yes. New York City is so great that one of us has decided to rescue President Trump from his misery. I'm talking about President Trump's former personal lawyer. And Mr. Fixer, you know him. Michael Cohen. Yeah. The man who once said he would take a bullet for Trump. He seemed to have fired one bullet at his organ at the top. No. The man, it was wonderful. By pleading guilty to 8 counts of campaign finance violations, tax fraud, bank fraud, and accepting that Donald Trump instructed him to pay off porn star Stormy Daniels. You know Stormy Daniels and other women. He is essentially telling President Trump that he could now stop lying. Just forget about it. Just give it up. You know?
Wow.
Do you know that in a different world where Trump is now president, that he will have been arrested on last Tuesday. Booked, and his mugshot will have been taken like this. It will have happened. But Trump is the president of the United States and nothing is going to happen. Unlike all you small girls and small boys with big God, Trump is a big guy with a big God.
The bigger God.
Bigger one, you know. Why Trump is very lucky. The same thing cannot be said of Uganda's Bobby Wine.
Hey,
do you know Bobby Wine?
No?
Watch.
obulamu bwaffe na buli kitumalako eddembe lyaffe Uganda etambula edda mabega kituuse n'okutwetamya eggwanga lyaffe mulimba mutufuga bubinyo namwe kale tetuganye mwalwana mu nsiko
You see, obviously the man prepared for life in prison. Did you see him dancing in prison? Unlike Two-Face Dibia, Baba. That one cannot survive 1 week in prison. That was why he ran. You know, when it's time to, there's a danger, chance that he might go. He said, forget about it. The news is that the government of Uganda has detained musician Bobby Wine. Now, Bobby Wine transformed from being a musician to being a politician. When he was elected to parliament as a member of the opposition party. I said, why go to the opposition side? Why? This is Africa. So last week, in a run-up to a by-election, Bobby Wine participated in a demonstration against the government. I said, why? What did the government do to him? They arrested him. They charged him for treason. The government said that he had gone on him.
Wow.
Now, he has been in military custody since then. Military custody, not prison. Not prison. His brother and lawyers, they said that the man was tortured by the military.
Wow,
that he could barely see or even walk or talk when he appeared in a military court. Now, trust Ugandans. They have gone to the street to protest. Watch.
The demonstration follows an earlier warning to government by youths in the area to release the legislators and over 30 co-accused before Thursday.
Paul Mwiru by Thursday should be a free member of parliament.
What an audacity for that guy, to give Museveni a deadline. In his response, President Yoweri Museveni said, and I quote, that it was all fake news.
What?
Oh yeah, thank you, Trump. Thank you. You are grooming them. Museveni said he called the army doctors treating the musician, and they told him that he was not being tortured. Wow. This is exactly his quote. He said he has no head or chest injuries and no bone fractures.
So he's okay.
No, that's what Museveni said. If he wasn't tortured, so why are these doctors treating him in military custody? Why are they treating him? Why? You see, Museveni lied. Do you know that nobody can say what I just said now in Uganda? That Museveni lied. You can't say that. Now, your head is gone. Why the God of Christians and Muslims were still thinking of the right punishment for the government of Uganda for lying? The God of African ancestors took its revenge on Museveni's deputy president.
What?
Here is the man trying to kick a ball at an opening of a soccer event in Uganda. Take a look.
There is a goalpost everywhere. Is there?
That's over.
Mark my word. The next flashpoint in Africa is Uganda.
Yep.
The country that now has Africa's longest serving president. It's going to happen.
Emperor Museveni.
Museveni.
Emperor.
You want another rap?
You want another rap? You want another rap?
You want another rap? He's giving another rap. I mean, it's not gonna end. Now, talking of people going off, did you watch the video of that American missionary going off on a hotel employee
Oh my God!
in Uganda?
Mother colonizing.
He was out of this world.
I listen to you.
Watch.
You hate yourself. You hate me. You disgrace Jesus. Huh? Talk.
Francis, wacha kupige.
Talk. Come on, bitch. Come on, whore. You open my fucking room, I'll fucking kill you in this.
I said, damn! You see, this matter is not a small thing. You know, first of all, it can never, I can tell you this, it can never, that overweight man with pot belly can never do something like this in Nigeria. That is one, you can take it to the bank. Okay, watch again. Bear in mind, this man is a Christian, just like Trump. Watch.
Jesus is not going to tolerate me. Yeah, feel me. Fuck Uganda. I've come to love Uganda. I've come to help Uganda. But Uganda hates Jesus to this son of a bitch. You understand me, brother? You understand me? Yes, sir, I know you do. No. You obey what I say. I don't obey you.
He came to Uganda to help Uganda, but Uganda failed Jesus. No. How did Ugandans fail Jesus? Didn't Ugandans import a white Jesus just for Palm Sunday? Remember?
Yeah, remember.
Remember that picture? Now, what better respect can you show to Jesus than not to have dark skinned people from shithole countries playing Jesus? On Palm Sunday. To Fiakwa. Nice one. So where did Ugandans fail Jesus? Let's hear from the man. Because he might have something he has that Africans need to learn from other parts of the country. You don't want to make the same mistake. Let's hear.
Look at me. Look at Christ who died for you. Look at Christ. No. Excuse. No, don't excuse. No excuse. Jesus is tired. Jesus is tired of your goddamn disobedience.
The man said that Jesus is tired. Jesus is tired of serving Africans.
I believe that.
He said, this is my direction. Hey, if Jesus is tired, can't he go home? I mean, go back home. You know, Africans go back home. Africans will live the way they used to live. You know what I mean?
Let's go, Shagun.
Now this is the part that killed me. It killed it for me. Watch.
You're afraid. You goddamn ought to be afraid. Bitch. Nigger. Bitch. You're not a human.
You see, when the man said that Ugandan guy is not human, it didn't trouble me. But the moment he used the N-word, that drew the line for me. Why is it that it's only this man and Donald Trump that did not get the memo that white people are not supposed to use N-word? Why is that? It's the only privilege we have, is it not? I want to believe that this man is not a representative of American missionaries in Africa.
Excuse me, sir. I think
who I believe are doing great jobs.
I think he is.
He's one of a kind. If you check very well, President Donald Trump must have spat into his mouth.
I am.
What? It is a way to inspire someone. You know what I mean? By spitting into their mouth to inspire them. Now, the other alternative theory is that the man has mental issues. No. Which is the same thing as Trump spitting into your mouth.
Yeah.
Oops. Who wrote this crap? Who wrote this crap? They make me say this. I don't know who wrote this crap. Anyway, we understand that the man was later arrested. Oh yeah, which is normal. You know, the police drove him and the hotel worker to their station for interrogation.
Oh.
Inside a truck, police truck. Guess where the white racist Christian missionary was sitting?
Where?
Front seat.
In the front. As for the assaulted black Ugandan hotel worker,
He was in the back.
he was dumped at the back where prisoners, where criminals are typically dumped.
Hey, Jesus wept.
Who did this to us? Who did this to us? Jesus wept. See, for those of you who care but do not know, and for those who know but do not care, Uganda has been a laboratory for American Christian fundamentalists. Oh yeah, it's a lab in Africa. Yeah, yes, I said it. When they have what they think is a fantastic new idea, they go to Uganda to try it out. Experiment. It's like science lab. like making Ugandan people and their governments to believe that gay people were the cause of all the problems of their country. That until gay people are all locked up, and if need be, killed, that Uganda will not be great again.
It was great.
It was during the day. I mean, Sarah, okay, look at this. How many African leaders are carried by white people? Look at the picture. Those were the good old days. The good old days when Africa was Africa of proud warriors.
You know,
not Africa of Buhari and
weak men.
Anyway, those are the good old days. Anyway, I hope one day all you Africans will stop hating Jesus and stop failing Jesus.
Yeah, stop gaying.
I'm just telling you.
All this gay nonsense they are doing.
Can you imagine this white man in Oyedepo's church or Apostle Suleiman? Can you imagine them slapping an African? Apostle Suleiman, and so will just deck him like, bah,
You will
die. You bloody white. Nonsense. Forget about it. See, that's why I like Nigeria. No matter how crazy things are, this kind of nonsense cannot happen there. You cannot. Ugandans were just can you imagine that? His luggage would have been gone long ago.
Just kidnap him.
The Bakassi boys will kidnap him. I mean, this cannot happen in Nigeria. Ugandans, you fell my hand. Forget about those crazy people. How was Salah? How was Salah for you?
It was good.
I hope you had a great Salah, By the time you finish eating that ram's head and packing your pots and pans, nominations for Nigeria's February 2019 presidential election must have gone far. Political parties are now free to hold primaries and select their candidates. Wonderful. APC has to choose between two candidates. Muhammadu Buhari, who lives in Aso Rock in Abuja, and Muhammadu Buhari, who lives in Abuja House in London. These are two distinct people now. What is wrong with you? I'm not talking about the Nnamdi Kanu theory. These are two. Look, okay, let me explain to you. The one in Aso Rock. No, not that one. The one in Aso Rock is controlled by the cabal. While the one in Abuja House in London is controlled by Bola Tinubu. You see the difference?
Yeah.
We don't know which one came back to Nigeria the other day. We don't know yet. We don't know which one. Now, listen to what he said on arrival in Abuja and tell me if this one is still the reformed Democrat or who will not interfere with court proceedings. Just watch.
We are going to jail more of the thieves, that brought the economic problem to the country.
Did he just receive sense, or there were new powers that he didn't know he had before? What happened?
He just received sense.
He can now jail people. I mean, does that Does that include the one that the enemy of his hometown just banned? You know the one I'm talking about. This one. Does that include him? And I always wonder if Bola Tinubu is one of the people he was referring to each time he talks about people who ruined Nigeria's economy. For where? If you believe Bukola Saraki, Bola Tinubu is actually a candidate for president for 2023. It's settled. They are moving forward. Now, by now, I hope for the sake of our grandchildren that Natasha is ready to run for president by the time Tinubu is running, because we have to save our grandchildren. Lagos is gone, Abuja will be gone by the time Tinubu is the president. While the candidate for APC is almost settled, the big cons, the big guns. Oh, what's wrong with me? talking about what's wrong with me. The big guns are locked in a serious fight to be the presidential candidate of the PDP. The PDP candidates are divided into 3 distinctive groups: the accused, the excused, and the amused. You don't hear this on Keeping It. Okay, Bakassi thing. You know what does that guy do on that? Amongst the accused are those who cannot visit America unless they are presidents, and those who cannot be presidents unless they visit America. Like this one and this one. There are many. It's all on the article and this one. Yeah. Then there are the excused, like this one and this one and this one. And finally, there are the amused, like this one. This one. You see, some presidential candidates have already secured their party tickets. Kingsley Moghalu is running under the Young Progressive Party, YPP. Now the party headquarters is under the bridge near Okokomioko, but it's not important where your headquarters is. Meanwhile, Eunice Atwejide is the presidential candidate of the National Interest Party, NIP. Their national office is at Ogbete Market, Enugu. I mean, it's a good place now. You know, it's a good place. Yeah. And of course, Omoyele Sowore is running under African Action Congress, AAC. Now, did I hear you say that their phone calls all pass through New York? No? What? That's what people are telling me. Now, there could be surprises in this coming election. Surprises.
There could be.
Last week, for a moment, it looked as if the winner will be determined by how many distance the candidate can walk or run.
Oh my God.
It started when Buhari walked 800 meters. It's 800 meters. Look at the headline now. Then Atiku countered that he could run 1 mile a day on a treadmill. It's different from on the road, you know. Look at the headline, on a treadmill. Now he added, which people didn't get, that he makes sure that his doctors, 2 of them, are standing beside him before he starts. Why are the men standing there? and then Sowore released pictures of him running New York Marathon, Florida Marathon, Pennsylvania Marathon. I say show off. I say show off. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that concluded your 2019 presidential debates. It's done. They finished. You can now kiss your ballot papers. Shout in an articulated voice. Sigh, 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 sigh. And cast your vote. That's it. Nonsense. Now, if the winner of the election is going to be determined by how many miles one can run, Sowore is the winner.
That's really what
he won. Yeah.
Barely enough.
Sadly, the only exciting candidate in the 2019 presidential election has dropped out. Imagine that. His name is Olashubomi Okeowo. You know him?
No.
Watch.
If we look at all of those indices, Nigeria is not necessarily performing at its best rates. For example, economic growth for the first 2 quarters of 2018 at about 2%. So how do we actually start to maximize our potential to achieve those goals?
Leila, I am sorry to let you know this. People like you give us too much stress.
Bright man. You know, this is a bright man. You know, here is the man articulating his vision of Nigeria. Take a look.
So how does losing that or not having that make you a 3rd world country? God bless you. Now it's a question to a politician. Food is just what grows everywhere. Oriza sativa rice, or what's corn now? What's the botanical name for corn?
We don't really know why not.
You know, I'm gonna call this up. You got, when you bring a guy like me on camera, you gotta be
botanical name.
You gotta be ready. I don't.
Wow.
Play
Only.
This is the kind of people we need. What a great opportunity that we missed to have a president who will say whatever nonsense his brain comes up with. Such a guru, you know.
Wisdom.
Guru.
Scientific name for corn.
Terrible.
What's the botanical name?
You see, that's why I don't like Nigeria. We never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Now, talking about missed opportunities, Nigerians are not known to ever miss an opportunity. It manifested itself when a baby well washed up on the shores of Delta State in Nigeria. Wait. Before you show the picture, let's look at the typical thing that happens when something like that happens anywhere else in the world. Anywhere else in the world. Here is a big well that washed up on the shores of California. Take a look.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's going to attract sharks to stay out of the water.
Take a look at the no. Did you see how the people were looking at the well with pity? Like, what can we do to help this animal? This poor pity animal. What can we do? Now, a few minutes later, they brought out a heavy machine to push the well back into the sea. Look at them. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And people moved on with their lives and said goodbye well. In Australia, a dead well surfaced on an island. Here is what a 26-year-old Australian man did.
What did he do?
Take a look.
That's 26-year-old Australian man Harrison, who took it upon himself to dive into the ocean near Australia's Rottnest Island to board a dead whale and sort of ride it for a bit. Despite the heavy presence of sharks in the water, Harrison still decided to jump off his boat and clamber on board the cetacean, which luckily was too dead to put up much of a fuss.
I know. Every village has its own idiot. It's everywhere. Now, here is the reaction of the Australian authorities and the family of that man.
Authorities considered fining the thrill seeker, but decided not to as the whale was already dead and he didn't remove any of it. Harrison's parents think he's an idiot.
Mum thinks I'm an idiot, Dad's not too proud either.
Your mum's right, Harrison. You are an idiot.
I know. If he had taken anything out of the dead well, he would have been charged to court.
That's a working system.
So for now, they just call him an idiot. They just called him an idiot. That's all they did. So last week, a baby well washed up on the shores in Delta State. Look at the well. Big mistake. Big mistake. He found out quickly. The well found out quickly that it wasn't in Australia or in California. Nobody told it. He just found out. Now, there was no turning back the well into the sea. No push into the sea. Nothing like that. No lifting up into an oceanic researcher's tank.
No.
It was straight into the bellies of Africans. As African sushi. Now, for the man, you see a man there who has the ass, who is cutting it up. God finally delivered on that prayer. Give us this day our daily protein.
Daily fish.
Protein, because you don't get protein from eating cassava. What is this? What is the botanical name for protein? Now, look at those people watching the man with the ass. Look at them. I doubt if Mami Water will be spared if Mami Water should surface there. They will just grab the Mami Water and,
You take this out.
Yes, these are Africans. Who did this to us? Who did this to us? Yes, I'm sorry, it's making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Kenyan lawyer says Nigeria must improve its health care so Buhari doesn't go abroad for medical vacation.
That's a fair point.
This is I said, Buhari, see your life. See your life. A Kenyan lawyer is now giving you free advice. See your life. See what you're doing to Nigeria. Imagine that. Who did this? Imagine. Now this is good. 15 out of 40 Nigerian players called up for the under-17 camp have been sent home after they failed the MRI test. Did you hear that?
No.
They forged their birth certificates.
They're learning fast now.
They were much older than they claimed. That's what it showed. Now, this is my question. Do they have MRI machine that can catch fake MRI certificate? You know what I mean? That is my interest. I'm not interested in this tweet and this email, this headline. Do we have the one that can find a fake NYSC, this exam certificate?
I'm sure there is.
Nonsense. Oh, this is an interesting story this week. Governor Ajimobi from Oyo State demolishes Yinka Ayifele's house, music house.
Are you serious?
What 800 million? The governor defended his action by saying that the fact that Yinka's leg is paining him does not give him the right to break the law. Now, how do old people say this? These young people, how do they say that? This governor, let me tell you, you can't. They rush God though. They rush God. Now I'm just saying. Just take notes. Just not say you hear. They rush God now. When something happens, you'll be wondering how did it happen. They rush God.
You don't rush God.
Anyway, this is good. Nigerians eat expired rice meant for animals.
What?
Says Lai Mohammed. For the first time, he's telling the truth. But he warned that the only way to change it is to stop expired people from smuggling themselves into power again. Very apt. Who is he talking about? It applies to expired people. It's time for your email. It's time for your email. Wow. Is this minus?
Is she going for
what is going on?
We're celebrating Salah now.
So they don't wear uniform.
I'm jumping from house to house.
From house to house looking for meat. Yeah, you didn't cover your face properly, you know.
You can.
Who do you see covering their face going to eat meat?
To show the culture, represent. You know what I mean? You see, this we have to do something about this. Anyway, do we have emails today?
Everyday doctor.
Okay, let's hear them.
Okay, so our first email is from Ibrahim Abubakar.
Ibrahim, you know?
Dangogo.
Ibrahim, so many Ibrahim, but Dangogo, yeah, that's
from Gombe.
Gombe. You know their governor is one of the good guys. The other ones, I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
And he writes,
yes.
Hello, Dr. Damages.
Yes, my
I've been watching your show for the last 2 to 3 years.
I told you.
Finally, Shore has declared his intention to run for president of this country.
Yes.
Under the platform of African Action Congress.
Yes. People are following.
And he promised to pay 100,000 naira as minimum wage.
100,000. What is minimum wage now? 19.
Like 20.
Okay. That's
like 4 times. That's not
4 times.
Yeah, it's doubling.
Yeah.
But last week, at the Nigerian Governors Forum,
yes,
they said they could only pay a magical 56,000.
56,000. Okay.
So, doctor, please can you help Nigerians ask Shore how he would do the magic of paying 100,000?
My friend, thank you so much for the email. You know, incidentally, we have an unpublished interview where one stupid journalist called Rudolph Okonkwo. That speaker asked Shore the same question. How are you going to pay 100? You know what? Show them the answer. Sasha, put the answer.
What we've discovered just in looking at Nigeria's resource or treasury system, or maybe doing a little bit of accounting, is to know that every year Nigerian public officials steal $5 billion. Right.
Out of what budget?
Out of, budgets that are seen and unseen.
These journalists, I don't know what's wrong with them. Next.
Our second email is from Dayo at Debari.
Yeah, Dayo in London.
The United Kingdom. Yeah. And he writes.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Damages.
Yes, my man.
If I say the truth, I will die.
If you lie, you will die.
I, Dayo Adebari, a big fan of Dr. Damages' show.
Wow.
Has chosen to say the truth and die.
These people are in tune with Nigerian politics.
Thank you, noisemaker, for the improved noise making.
This is a substitute noisemaker, not the original one. Back up.
I really appreciate this. Dr. Damages, when would you invite Mr. Shere to introduce the show? If he wants to win the election, he has to pay his homage.
Good point. Dayo, thank you very much. You see, people underestimate this show because we don't have 200,000 viewers every week like the other ones. But people underestimate the importance of this show. But anyway, let me not go there. Thank you, Dayo. I appreciate your email. And see, before he wins, before he became a big man presidential candidate, he introduced this show. And all that we gave him as payment were off. 2 of them, I remember. Obviously, things have changed. Things have changed. Level don't change. Sasha, could you please find that introduction of the show? Play it for these guys. We used to know him, we used to know him
back in the day.
Now he's a big guy, we don't know. He doesn't even say hello to us. He doesn't even watch what we do. Next,
we got elevators.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there in the name of Suleiman. Is that Apostle Suleiman? Did you hear that post? Okay, that's a different thing.
Let's not
go there. Next.
Our third email is from Chiedu Echiano.
Chiedu. Where did I know Chiedu?
Maybe from your village,
I'm not from a village. What's wrong with you?
Where are you from?
I'm from a town.
America.
Where is the town?
In America.
It's
New York City.
Somewhere in Enugu.
Are you right?
Yes.
Dear Dr. Damages,
it's my man.
I've been following your show for the past 3 years.
I told you.
And I must confess, I'm really impressed with your satirical way of analyzing politics in Africa and other parts of the world.
Wow.
I was distraught not to be able to see you when you visited Abuja. I hope you're planning on visiting again.
Thank you, Chinedu. Thank you so much, Chinedu, for your mail. We appreciate you. We are because
you are,
and you are because
we are.
She liked that one. We'll be back in Abuja next year. This is not next year. And who knows? We may even come to cover the election. You know what I mean? Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Cover the election.
We get the tickets.
You have security.
Yeah, we'll go and cover the election if the 2 major candidates are, Why did you call them? If the 2 major candidates are. Anyway, that's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to Dr. Damages at
gmail.com
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages
and on Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
We keep saying this every week, but we keep losing follow. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, because
now here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book Just an African Child by Kofi Annan. And it says a genocide begins with the killing of one man, not for what he has done, but because of who he is. A campaign for ethnic cleansing begins when one neighbor turns against another. I go far to bring this.
I know.
And this is in memory of Kofi Annan.
We can see that.
Rest in peace.
Who passed away last week. We are not live next week, but we're going to bring you the show. Until next week, I am Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself. Woo!